So let me do a quick introduction. So welcome again, Corinne Kaysen. Corinne Kaysen is a professional actress who has worked in New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and she taught improv for the Screen Actors Guild Conservatory in LA and San Francisco, and is now teaching improv at the Dragon Theater in downtown Redwood City. So I want to say welcome back, and we're so happy to have you.
Nice to be here again. And all the participants, I see there are 8. If they come on screen and live, it would be nice to see everybody. I see 8 people are here somewhere hiding. Ah, there's Bev Morgan.
I can't play today, guys. I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Can't play,
Sorry.
Bruce.
I gotta set up the stage. I got people coming in and out.
Right.
There's not enough drivers for the lunch today. No one's out front with us, and so.
Oh no.
So
Pobrecito.
I know. I'll come back. Thanks so much, Corinne, for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem. My pleasure. See ya later.
Corinne, do you want me to start naming people?
Yeah, we could start numbering them and putting them in order.
Okay, I'll do that now.
Thanks. As they come in, then they just add a number to them.
Right. Okay, good.
Corinne, are you going to do this class again someday?
Who said this?
Bev.
Oh, hi, Bev.
Hi.
You mean the veteran, I teach. I'll tell people when they come in. You mean on live, regular
Right.
class?
I just realized there's a friend of mine who would love to do this, and I forgot to email her.
Oh, you mean this, the thing with the Zoomy thing? It's up to the powers that be at the Veteran Center.
Okay.
They put the days together.
And you do teach improv at Dragon
At the
Theater?
Dragon Theater, yeah. I'll put in the chat. It's I'll mention it. I teach my first back live in theater is this Saturday. So yeah, I can put in the chat. Let me see if I can find it. I think that's the link. I put it in chat. And I'll remind people later on if they've enjoyed this. Yeah, it's a 6-week course at the Dragon that starts this Saturday. And I think there are probably spaces available. I'm not sure because I'm not the one that puts it together. The person that does the classes does them. So I just show up. And do we think we have everybody here? It's only 4 after 11.
Yeah,
So
I think we should start and people come in, I'll rename them. There should be a couple more, but you know.
Okay, I could just start talking a little bit because I'd like it to see. I don't want to have to repeat myself. There are a lot of people who've never taken improv before or seen it before, and so I don't want to repeat it. So we can just kind of talk to each other right now. Is Bruce gonna keep his?
Bruce cannot make it.
So let's put Bruce at the bottom and with no number on him.
Yeah, I didn't put a number for him, so I named everybody.
Yeah, and put him on the bottom. There's 1. Left 2 is who's 2?
2 is
Inam.
Yep.
I can't see that person.
Inam. And then 3 is Bev, 4 is Leslie, 5 is V, and 6 is me.
And where's Inam? I don't see Inam.
Inam is
No person here.
Yep.
If you're here and you don't want to take part, just want to observe, that's fine. But let us know because we'll take you off the number list because those people that are playing will have a number, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
So I have to know exactly who's playing with their faces. So I'll know right now. You're playing, Tina, right?
Yep, I'm playing.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, only 5 people that are playing right now. Right.
What happened to Veronica?
I don't know where anybody is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear. Oh, there you are, Veronica. Yeah, it says V. It's V. Veronica's there. She got out of her car. That's what happened to Veronica.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just play with 5 people, but if
I think we should do that. Let's start. Inam, are you playing? If you're not, I can take you off and you can observe.
Okay, take me off.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we go.
Okay, let me see who we have here.
Okay.
For some reason, it's not showing. So there's Bev, Jim, Veronica, Enam's not playing, Leslie. So that's it.
Yep.
Small group. Okay, well, let's see what we can do right now. Let's do this funny little warm up. I'm going to show you three things. There are going to be three things. This is an alien. Beep, beep. Everybody do an alien. Beep, beep.
Beep,
Beep, beep. Okay. This is a cow. Moo. Moo. And this is a tiger. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Okay. So what happens is you're going to close. So let's go over them again. So the alien, beep, 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 beep. Cow, moo.
Mm.
And the tiger. Ah. This is an observation warm up. A lot about improv that I'll explain later. I just want to get this started is about observing and listening and watching what's going on. So we're going to close our eyes, count to 3, do one of them in your head. And when I say open your eyes, you will be doing either an alien, a cow, or a tiger. Okay. And then I'll be quiet, and nobody says anything. And we'll do it again. And by your observation, we all should be doing the same thing the second time. Okay. All right. Get in your mind what you're going to do. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and then open your eyes. 1, 2, 3.
Ah.
Oh, Jimmy, you were late.
I didn't hear what you.
Well, we all did it the first time, which was good. I don't know whether you followed each other or you already had that planned. You all had that planned ahead of time?
Oh,
Well, that's the first time I've ever had that happen. Usually it takes 2 times, because one person will do this, maybe 2 people will do this, and maybe 3 will do, the and then you observe, and then you all come back, and you should all be doing the same thing. It's amazing how sometimes it doesn't work. People just keep sticking to the thing they did. Good, you guys are ready to play. So, is there anyone here who has never done or seen improv? Raise your hand. Bev, have you seen improv?
Yes, I've seen it, and
Yeah.
I did do an improv class, but it was like 15 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I'm
Yeah, so it's really, a lot of people are frightened of it, but it's really just really simple. I'm doing it right now. I have no idea what I'm going to say next, but I'm improvising what I'm doing. And it's like you go to a cocktail party and you're speaking with someone, you don't have a script written down what you're going to say to them. It's just improvised. You don't know what's going to happen. The only thing with proper improv, when you're actually performing and doing it on the stage, is that there are some rules. And that's one of them, is to accept what is given to you. So what somebody says, oh, I met your twin sister the other day. You wouldn't say, I don't have a twin sister. You say, yes, my twin sister, we look identical, or yeah, it's a boy and I, or you can just start from there, but you accept what is given to you. So that's one. The other one is never negate anything that's given to you. If somebody says something, it's yes and. So you've probably heard, maybe if you've been seeing improv things, they always say yes and. It's just a part of improv to accept and go on. Big part is listening, just listening. I always think we're given 1 mouth and 2 ears. So it's best to really listen to people, and this is good for the outside world as well as improv, to speak enough, but don't overtake a conversation. It's better to listen. A lot of people sit back and say, okay, I'm going to say this as soon as this one shuts up. No, because you don't know what that person's going to say. So you have to wait until they're finished and respond. If you're already pre-thinking of things to do, it just cuts everything down, right? Okay, so I know what we're gonna do. We're in numbers. So Tina, 1 and 2. I'm gonna put you in order here myself so that I can see who's in 1. We don't have 2. Oh yes, Tina is 2. Bev is 3. Leslie is 4. And Veronica's 5. Perfect.
So Carol just came in and I put her at 6. I'm not sure if she wants to observe or play.
Carol, do you want to play with us or do you just want to watch?
Just want to watch, thank you.
Okay.
But I do want
Okay.
to say hello to you and Jim. It's been many, many years.
Put your face up.
How do I do that?
You click on the little thing that says video down at the bottom of your computer.
Here, okay.
Carol Bondi.
Yes, remember?
Hello,
There.
Carol Bondi.
Let me see if I turn the light on. If it makes
You sure
any
you don't want to play with us? It's fun.
Well, I'm not too sure what I'm doing. When you asked, have we ever seen improv?
Yeah.
Back in the very, very old days, there used to be a Purple Onion and
Yeah.
another club. And I think I got there once or twice, but I'm not sure.
Well, it's just simple. We're going to play right now and you play with us, okay?
Okay, I'll
It's
try.
simple. So we're going to give
I'll
you a
try.
number.
I will do that
Number
now.
6.
I will 6.
Were you listening to what I said before about the little rules kind of and everything like
Yes,
that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So what we're going to do is just a physical warm up and it's going to just be fun. So number 1 and 2, which is Jim and Tina, are going to do a strange a pose, anything. I'll go 1, just do it. Do a pose and freeze. Do a strange something and freeze. Good. Stay that way and you go like that. Okay. Now number 3 is going to title this. It's a title of a movie or a book or something. Explain what this is about. With your mute off. So Bev, you're going to say
Introspection.
good. Thank you. Now 2 and 3 make a pose, a new pose. Just 2 and 3 together. Tina and Leslie, you're going to title this montage here. Unmute.
Yeah.
We can all unmute.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see a gallery view now. So I'm going to title this
Yes.
montage. The montage is called The Garden.
Beautiful. Okay. Now Beverly and Leslie, quickly pose and freeze. Both of you. And Veronica, what does this speak to you?
Um,
Okay.
It's
It's titled Home.
meditation.
Okay. Leslie and Veronica, just do some strange, anything, any strange pose or unstrange pose together. Carol, freeze. What is this title of this pose?
The
The imp. There are no wrong answers here. They're all good. Veronica and Carol, a pose from both of you and freeze. Jim,
What do you want me to do?
title this pose.
Which okay.
Both of them together.
Okay, one of my look up there at the I'm looking at the sky.
No,
I
it's
see-
just
oh,
it's a title of a book or a movie. What you're seeing here, the two of them together is like one picture.
Home Alone.
Okay, good.
Well, we are home alone.
very good.
That's good. Now, this one we're going to tell a story. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We'll take, we're going to tell a story. It's called Story Spine.
Oh,
And I'm going to put up something on my, so
You
the
and-
first, pardon me?
no, go on. Now you're back again. Okay.
Okay, the first sentence. It's a sentence only. The first sentence begins with once upon a time, and Jimmy would just finish that sentence.
In a kingdom far off.
And then Tina would say,
Every
no,
day.
no, just one moment. It has to be a complete sentence,
Oh,
Jim. So of anything, just a complete sentence.
okay.
You say this and then end it.
Okay. Once upon a time, a poor little girl lived in a strange kingdom.
Thank you.
And every day she is longing for love and food.
But one day, she couldn't find food, but she did find love.
Because of that, the love that she captured, she was able to spread to her whole neighborhood.
And because of that, the whole neighborhood came together and built a farm, and they had enough food for everybody thereafter.
Not over yet.
Because of that, everyone lived on love alone.
Jimmy, it's your turn.
Until finally, a strange monster moved into the kingdom.
And ever since that day, the monster and the girl became friends and love each other.
And the moral of the story is you can look for love in all the wrong places and still find it.
Excellent, you guys. That was wonderful.
Beauty
You
and
guys
the,
are just
Beauty and the Beast, right?
You guys are pros.
I like that conclusion, Bev. That was good. Very optimistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do another exercise called 3 things. And now these are all warm-ups that I do in my class. In my class, we do a lot of warm-ups like this. And then we play games, which are fun, but you can't really do it in this time space. And we also do scenes, which are fun also. We may do some, we could do some scenes that are, well, let's do 3 things. One more warm-up, and then we'll do some interesting scenes that are also very tricky. So we're all going to say 3 things together like this. 3 things. Okay, ready? 3 things. So Jim, you would ask Tina, I'll do it for you, to you. Jimmy, tell me 3 things. Oh, the thing is, the first thing, it's the first thing that comes to your brain. If you can't think of it, think of something else. It's just spontaneous. You don't have to really think. Like if I say, Jimmy, tell me 3 things that are blue.
You want me to say, okay, the sky, a flower, my shirt.
Hey, okay, 3 things. Then you ask Tina, tell me 3 things that are what, whatever.
Oh.
3 things.
You want me to do it?
Yes. So I'm sorry, I'm not explaining well. So I started you off 1, then you go and ask Tina
Okay.
3 things, and she'll say 3 things. Then Tina will ask
All
Bev
right.
3 things, and it just goes like that. But we go 3 things between
Okay.
each one. So let's all go 3 things, and then you can ask Tina. Ready?
3 things.
Things.
Okay, Tina?
Yes.
3 things that are wet.
Oh, my cup of water, my dirty towel in the bathroom, and a swimming pool.
Yay! 3 things.
Thanks. So I asked
Bev.
3 food that you love.
Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries.
3
Mine is
things.
easier, Bev.
Yeah, fruit.
Yeah, 3 things. Leslie, 3 things that are green besides your backyard there.
Okay, 3 things that are green are asparagus, which I have in my refrigerator, the dress that's hanging in the back of my door, and also that would be Filoli Gardens.
Yay!
Oh.
3 things.
3 things.
Oh, and so I go to V. Name 3 things, please, that are squishy.
Pillow,
Mhm.
my dish, what is it? Dish rack,
Sponge.
sponge,
Yeah.
and my stress ball.
3 things.
So Carol, tell me 3 things that you do at nighttime.
Go to bed, brush my teeth, turn out the light.
Oh, not in that order. 3 things. Carol, you can
There's
ask
so many-
Jim.
The squishy one, Veronica, I was going to say my tummy.
My COVID tummy.
Right, right.
Good, that was a good warm up. Okay, I'll do 2 of them. We'll do questions only.
Oh,
Now, this is fun because in improv, usually one of the rules when we're actually performing in scenes is not to ask too many questions in scenes. That's one of the things we say, don't ask questions. It leads nowhere, usually leads nowhere. So we have this alternate game called questions only. And you do a scene together with only questions. You can, whoops, where did everybody go? My whole thing just changed. I didn't do anything. Oops. This is interesting. The gallery view went away. There, it's back. Okay, so what happens is you have to begin a sentence with who, how, why, where, should, could, have, would. So you wouldn't, so if someone asked me, so I was asked a question. Ask me a question, Jim.
where were you last night?
Well, you would, this is a bad one. Oh, I went out partying. Didn't you know? No, that's already a sentence with a question at the end. So you would say, so I would say, why do you think that's any of your business? It's a question.
Well, are you afraid to answer?
Are you ready to hear what I have to tell you?
Why should I care what you tell me?
Well, then why are you asking? Okay, so that's how it goes.
Right. Okay.
So Tina and Bev can do a scene. You could start brand new. And just remember, if you get stuck, think of all the words that are when and in questions like how, can, when, shall, should, will, have, would, must, is, does. So there are a lot of words that you get stuck. And so if you put one of those words in first, and then you can finish your sentence. And the only thing is don't repeat. So if somebody says, well, how are you today? Well, how are you today? Well, how are you today? How are you today? No, you have to go on with it without repeating. Ready? Ready to play?
Yep.
It's fun. This is also you can do with your kids, your grandkids. It's a fun game to take home and play, around the table or when you have company. It's just silly. So Tina and Bev are gonna have a nice little conversation now.
Great. So Bev, are we going to the Bahamas in 2 weeks?
No, why would we go to the Bahamas?
Don't you know that we talked about this 3 weeks ago?
Was that only 3 weeks ago?
Why do you not remember we're going to the Bahamas?
Why did I forget to put it on my calendar?
Should we go still?
Why can't I lose 20 pounds first?
Do you think you need to lose 20 pounds to be in your bikinis?
What makes you think I have a bikini?
Doesn't everybody have a bikini?
Why would anyone over the age of 30 have a bikini?
Don't you think all women over 30 should wear bikini because we still need to look sexy?
Why should sexy be the goal?
Well, why shouldn't it be the goal?
I'm drawing a blank here.
That's good. No, it's good. That was good.
All right.
I mean, other week on, that's an excellent job, you guys. It's lots of
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you, Tina.
You guys are all regular naturals here. I don't have a problem. Okay, so Leslie and V.
Oh,
You can
boy.
start, Leslie.
Oh, okay. So this time next year, will you still be doing Zoom classes? These on mute. Be you're on mute.
V, open up your mute. Okay.
Sorry. Why do you think we will still have need to do Zoom next year this time?
Yeah. Where else do you think it would be best to do classes?
Oh my.
The bird knows the answer.
The bird is talking for her.
Oh my.
Just start with the word can and see what comes after that.
Can we still do Zoom? Even though things are opening up physically?
I'm wondering the same. No. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't we still be able to do Zoom and in person?
How should we coordinate that?
Wonder if we could reach out to the Park and Recreation to help us, department to help us.
I love that bird.
Should we reach out to the Parks and Recreations and ask if we can still continue to the Zoom classes?
Will it make a difference if you and I just be rogue and do it ourselves?
Can we?
Okay, good, you guys.
Yes.
That was a hard one. You did good, Vi. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm off work today. I'm not even working at Park and Rec today.
Leslie, I don't think the bird is in your backyard, but is it in V's backyard?
Where is that bird?
It's in V's backyard?
Yeah, it's in my front yard.
It's a
Wow.
mockingbird?
It's a mockingbird. I
Yeah,
get
they're wonderful.
doves and mockingbirds and what are those called with the long beak? I'll show you pictures. of it.
Woodpecker?
The hummingbird?
No,
Oh, the hummingbird. The woodpecker or the hummingbird?
yeah, hummingbirds I see, and I
Good
see.
ones.
Are they? They're white egrets. They're.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Must be the- Okay, so Carol and Jim. You may begin, Carol.
Jim, how have you been feeling lately?
Why do you ask me that?
Wouldn't I want to know?
Well, should I?
Remember that? Or can you remember about 10 years ago when I met you?
You mean remembering something from that far back?
Yes, my long-term memory is fine, but can I? Oh, yeah. Can you place where we met?
Can you give me a clue?
How would I do that?
Why not look in your diary?
How come you have an interest in my diary?
Wouldn't you put something that important in your diary?
If I were to remember, how could I possibly forget?
Hey, I want to know where did you meet? Where did you guys meet?
Is that a song you just wrote?
If I could remember.
How could I forget?
Okay, that was fun. Okay, I'm gonna do some. How much time do I have? 10 minutes. There's so many things to play with. Is there anybody who's done this before who wants to repeat something that we did before? Otherwise, I'll go on to something new that you can remember. Okay, I want you now, just don't move. There must be something around you that you can grab an item. Grab an item. You don't have to show me, just have it in your hands. Everybody have an item that they just grabbed from their table? Okay. So I'm just going to grab something. I don't know what. Well, this is what I just grabbed. And we're going to tell a story about it. It doesn't have to be true. Use your imagination. Feel free to use your imagination and make anything up or anything about it. But this is what I grabbed, and I'll just go first just to show you. This I'm saving. It's a leaf. It's dead. But it reminds me of this wonderful friend I had who lived and hung on and hung on and hung on. And finally, she just gave up and dumped her husband. But I'm not going to do anything like that from this potted plant that I had that was hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. And finally, this was the first leaf that fell. And I know the rest are to come, but I'm going to save this because I've had that plant since 1986 and I don't ever want to forget it. And so this is the beginning of the end of that plant. Okay, so that's what I grabbed. You can all go, but if anybody, you don't have to go in order, but who wants to go next? Okay, because you're number one, Jim, go.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I have this box of Kleenex. I always have a box of Kleenex nearby because you never know when, I never know when I'm going to need it. Sometimes I'll spill something and I've got to have that box of Kleenex to wipe it up right away. And other times I'm reading a very sad story or watching a sad movie. And I don't know why, but sometimes tears come in my eyes and I have to wipe them so I can read the rest of what I'm reading or watch the rest of the movie. Other times though, I just need it because I sneeze. But that box of Kleenex is something that is very important to me, so I always have it. And if I don't have the box with me, at least I'll take out a few Kleenexes and stick them in my pocket. So I'll have them when I need them, because one never knows. So I advise a person to, put some Kleenex somewhere where you can get it easily any time of day, because it's very important to have that confidence that you've got that.
Thank you. Tina, what do you have? Oh,
I feel like crying now, Jim. Thank you.
yeah.
Look how hard acts to follow the case and siblings. All right, so I have this cream. This is Crabtree and Evelyn London cream citron. It smells so good. Every time I put it on, I think about my days in London. This is a trip I took in London 4 years ago, and I got this cream in a vendor there. And I just remember being with my friends and being able to travel and just talk to people without a mask. And oh my God, the fish and chips are so good in London. It just, the smell come back when I put this cream on. And I just want to borrow some napkins from Jim because I feel like crying now. And that leaf that Corinne have, it just remind me of the time that I was in London when I see leaves falling. And again, this is Crabtree and Evelyn from London. If anybody wants to have a smell of London, or this is the cream. Thank you.
Thank you. Deb.
So I was walking down the street one day and the sun was shining and it hit this purple thing on the sidewalk. And purple is my favorite color because I went to Sequoia High School and it's our school color, and I could never wear it when I was there because I wasn't a cheerleader, but I love this purple pen. And so I keep it with me because sometimes inspiration hits and you need to write something down, like your to-do list, or oh heck, I have to remember to buy XYZ at the grocery store, or a wonderful thought or a song lyric comes into my head and something I have to go look up on YouTube right now. Well, as soon as I get home. But it's this because of this pen that I remember to write these things. I can even write on my hand a lot because, you know, they have to do that when you're out for a walk in the sunshine and you have no paper, but you can still write here because a lot of people do that and it's very, very handy. It's not really good for your hand, but it's washable. So in the end, it's all good. And I love my purple pen.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I have this candle that's near me. It's a spearmint and orange smelling candle. It really is delightful. I have this candle because I have it near the place I spend most time since I work from home, near my desk. So every now and again, I light the candle because I like the smell that it provides me, and it's healing. So when I think about the candle, it also makes me think about when I was a kid and I used to go out and go camping, and we would have make the s'mores with the marshmallows and everything. So that fire brings back a good childhood memory. It makes me think of the leaves that will fall down, like the leaf that Connie was talking about, like all these leaves they were all around. Couldn't get close to the fire though, because they would burn up. But then it just kind of took me to the time when we were around the campfire, like this candle, when I'm around, and I started thinking about, oh my goodness, just long lost times that I can never regain. And it just brought a tear to my eyes. Like, you know, I want to grab a tissue like that Jim has, you know.
Just reach up, he's above you.
I could wipe it down. And then, you know, it was great because after you light the candle, you blow it out, and then my hands are kind of dry. So I'd have to put some lotion on, like going to the Tina's lotion, the Crabtree and Evelyn, which has a really great smell. And to finish off the whole time with the campfire, of course, I have to go back to my journal and record everything. So I take my purple pen like Bev had, and we write it out. So that's the end of my story.
Fabulous.
Hey, V.
This is a cardboard, but she used to be a princess in a faraway land where she was served upon, and she didn't have to lift her finger to get anything done. And one day she thought, oh, this life is boring. So she went to go see a witch and asked her to grant her wish of traveling the world. and the witch turned her into a cardboard. So she's been traveling on FedEx airplanes, going on and in Amazon Prime to see the entire United States of America.
I love that. Very creative.
She's happy doing it. She's happy as a cardboard traveling.
Are you sending her off to someplace else soon?
Yes, I'm a recycler.
Recycler.
Thank you.
It was lovely. Carol, what do you have?
I have a coaster that I picked up on my very first trip to Europe when my children were 7, 6, and 4 years old. My mother asked my husband if I could accompany her on a 6-week trip to Europe. And my husband was damned if he could say yes and damned if he said no. So I went, and one of the souvenirs that I picked up was this Bavarian China coaster, which sits on my desk and reminds me of the time when I came home. I was so thrilled about it. I said, I've got to do that again. He said, over his dead body. And that's my story.
I love everybody's story. You guys are all wonderful. I think we only have a minute left, but as I said before, I didn't come on here to tout my class or anything, because I donate all the funds that I make from teaching at the Dragon to the Dragon Theater, because it's a poor little theater company and it needs all the help it can get. So I just do the classes for that reason. But as I said, I've been doing this these classes for the Dragon on Zoom for the whole pandemic season. And now this Saturday is my first time back in the theater, seeing bodies from the waist down as well as the waist up. I put in the chat the link there. The classes are this Saturday. They begin. The first one, it's 6 weeks. And it's from 10 to noon. I think there are spaces left. I don't know about it. I don't take care of that part of it. But in the chat, there's a link to sign up if you want to. And some of you are really good improvisers, just naturally, I guess. I don't know. You're all really good. I really had a good time. I hope you had a good time. If you have any questions before we go, I'll be happy to ask if we have any time. We have 2 minutes or something.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you, because it always get my brain thinking. Some of these very simple tasks you asked us to do, it's very difficult. So thank you.
You're welcome. Leslie, you had a question?
Oh, yeah. I just want to thank you also. It's funny, because, and I want to say Vi or V, you were very kind, because I don't know where I was going with that story around the Zoom classes. I said, you know what? I'm off today. I don't have to work because I set up classes. But anyway, all. I want to say thank you, Connie. Bye. And you are amazing. You really are. Your face and teaching and everything.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Thank you, Corinne. And Corinne and Jim, I remember the two of you from the Sequoia Centennial Show.
Oh my gosh, did you?
Yeah, I was part of that.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to remember questions because that one was tough.
Yeah. That was. Bev, if you don't mind telling me what year you graduated?
67.
Oh, okay. We weren't in the same.
No, but I remember
even.
You did so much for that class.
You know something? I have a video of that show. Did you get a video of that show?
Yeah. Did they have videos in '95? I think I do. It's probably on cassette. I mean,
it was on. Yeah, it was an
VHS thing. Yeah. But oh, good for you.
Yeah, so you can see the whole show again.
Yeah, if we can stand it, it was 4 hours long, and we had the audience was in tears by the end.
That's right.
We did very well.
Glad you remembered that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.